I'm Danny here at Youth Dynamics. I've been doing youth ministry now for almost 20 years. And I've decided just to start telling these stories that I've collected. I met Manny last December in 2024. And Manny, you seemed like you fit in just like right away.
Yeah.
From that day on, he came to just everything, week to week to week. We do this thing that's a winter retreat over in Leavenworth in a little town called Plain, where we have an acreage camp. And we go hang out in the snow and do all this fun snow stuff. And we invited Manny to come to winter retreat. And he jumped right on board and drove across the mountains to us to come play in some snow. What was your first impression of winter retreat?
It was a lot more people than I was expecting.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool meeting a whole bunch of new people.
Yeah, we had it was between us and the YD over in Arlington. We're here in Skagit Valley. And we had like 60-ish people come and play in the snow. Some of my favorite things about winter retreat, we that year we threw colored chalk everywhere and painted the snow. And we made snow sculptures out of snow of goofy things, and it was a ton of fun. But at winter retreat, we do this fun thing that we call like raft bogganing, where we walk kids up this hill. It's the biggest snow hill I think I've ever seen. Huge slope down with these humps. And we go raft bogganing at 11 o'clock at night. It's dark, lit by tiki torches as we hike our way up this hill. And then we fill a raft, like an old whitewater raft, with 20 to 30 people. And we just go screaming down the hill. What was your first impression of raft bogganing?
I may or may not have cuddled Gideon all the way down.
Yeah.
I would not let go, and I didn't let go until we were like completely stopped.
Yeah.
It was quite scary, but fun.
Gideon's another one of our students who's graduated out and has been a volunteer and an intern with me the last couple of years. While you were there, you kind of rededicated your life to wanting to be a Christian. And after that, we started like a weekly Bible study that meets on Wednesdays before we do this thing we call Soda and Talk, which has been rabbit holey and goofy and all over the place. But it's been super exciting to just watch you like grow in faith as this has happened. Into kind of the young man who's desiring faith that you are currently. All this to say is the story that really triggered me wanting to talk about this with you is we did another trip that we called the Hunger Games. I've been asked to do a Hunger Games trip for at least the last 8 years, kind of ever since those movies really hit it big. I finally had this little light bulb bing moment where I decided to throw the Hunger Games. And it wound up being this like 3-day event where we'd sleep outside and we'd whack each other with foam swords, and everybody'd have lives that they gained and lost. And if you lost all your lives, then you become a mutation that runs around and kills people, which was super fun. But in this, Manny had the most hilarious story. As he's running around, almost instantly you decided that you were going to hide. Mm-hmm. And hiding involved like diving into blackberries off of the edge of cliffs and things. Mm-hmm. But you were standing on top of the hill, the snow hill,
but just
with
dirt
Gideon
and rock.
in the springtime. It's dirt and rock. So go ahead and tell us this story.
So Gideon's out here chasing me, and he ends up backing me against the raft bogganing hill. And then he approaches me and says, "What's your plan?" So I came up with the genius idea to start chucking my weapons off the cliff. He looks at me and goes, "Huh?" And then I drop down onto all fours and start rolling down this raft bogganing hill. Just clunkety, 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 clunkety. And as I'm rolling, he's like, "That's a bad plan." And then I'm just tumbling. My glasses go flying off somewhere. I hit a couple rocks. And he's like, "Get your glasses. I'll go kill this kid down here. I'll come back." And then by the time I get my glasses, he's just looming over me. And I'm slowly backing against the hill until I was just like, okay.
It's over. Yeah. But to this day, this slogan of "it's a bad plan" as he jumps down the hill is just one of my favorite memories of that weekend. Mm-hmm. And just the camaraderie that we've gotten to build over this. I love the Hunger Games weekend also for the fact that we just got to talk about pain and suffering and why God is still good when there is pain and suffering in the world. But yeah, this is kind of the heart of this, is that we're just going to have these conversations, hopefully with the students who the stories involve. If not, I have some stories about students that are long past graduated who I might not be able to get to sit across from, but just being able to share these stories from youth ministry as we run a drop-in center, as we go on these adventures, and as we get to have kids who have experiences with Christ that often change their life. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can do some more of this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Manny.
Yeah.
Awesome.